Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Just a couple of minutes ago today on October 26th. Today is Monday. The stock market had an absolutely terrible day today. Everything was down huge. It was just an overall bloodbath. Hopefully you guys aren't doing too bad, but things are going to turn around. Things are going to be okay. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But it was a crazy day today. But one of the bigger things that I was anticipating, a lot of other people were anticipating, I was really looking out for, was the Chegg earning report. This was after hours. Chegg is obviously a very big company that has benefited greatly from the coronavirus pandemic. Schools moving online means people are going to need and want more access to Chegg. Chegg is also going to be more valuable to people when they're trying to teach themselves classes online, but also when they're taking online tests, quizzes, homework with answers online that Chegg has access to. These things are just going to get more valuable, and school has been online for a while now, almost, I mean, we're getting close to an entire year at this point, like 9 or 10 months. And also looking forward, school seems like it's going to continue to be more and more online, if not even well into the future, which I think makes Chegg a very interesting investment and something that I am really excited about and definitely going to be having some exposure to. I've had Chegg shares before. I had Chegg shares going into earnings, and after earnings, I'm looking to maybe play some options or pick up some more shares going forward. So as far as the actual Chegg earnings that came out today, they actually did beat their expectations. Their estimated was around 10 cents per share, and we see their actual at around 17 cents per share, which is a 70% beat, which is great news for a company that people are looking at holding and hoping for some long, even short, medium, and long-term growth. I think this company has a lot of potential. As you can see, their quarter three in 2020 is about even with their actual revenue or actual earnings for quarter three 2019. So not a ton of year-over-year growth as far as earnings, but they have seen an overall increase in revenue year-over-year. They've seen an overall increase in subscribers year-over-year. Insane amounts of growth, like exactly what you want to see from Chegg and exactly what a lot of people were predicting for them going into this pandemic, especially with a lot of school being online. But what's obviously crazy is after hours, I mean, this stuff came out around 310-ish. We saw the stock around 84. Right after hours, we saw it dip to 80. I'm not sure exactly why. But then at around 310, 315 when the stuff came out, we see the stock at around $84 to $85, even though it had a high today of $89.24. And it's been trading, in the mid 80s pretty much this whole week. It has gone down after hours. Again, I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not sure if it's because we haven't seen grow, if people were expecting more growth, like an even bigger beat, obviously, because you want quarter three earnings to be better than the 2019 quarter three earnings, obviously, if we're trying to see growth, especially right now where the environment is so perfect for Chegg. But again, they beat expectations, and they also gave a very favorable outlook into the fourth quarter of 2020 and into 2021. So this stock seems like to be a very good buy for me right now. I think it is a great company that is going to continue to benefit going forward. I think they have so many opportunities. I think the landscape and the environment and everything right now is just absolutely perfect for Chegg. And I think they're very interesting. Obviously, they've seen an insane run up. If we see they're up 20% this month, they're up 160% this year. So there are arguments that maybe they are overvalued. Maybe a lot of this is already priced in, but I think quarter four is going to be very important for Chegg. Quarter four is always their biggest quarter for earnings and stuff historically. It is a time where people are taking finals, people are getting ready for graduation, people have so much stuff going on. Obviously, there's people who graduate in the winter, but yeah, you have big tests, you have big classes and stuff heading into the fourth quarter where you're going to want the help of Chegg. You're going to be buying Chegg, and especially with online classes right now. This is going to be the first time we've really seen how this is going to affect that. With this many people taking online classes, this many people taking their big, important classes, trying to graduate, trying to pass the class they need for their degree or whatever, Chegg is in a very interesting spot. And their fourth quarter expectations and earnings and everything, I'm sure, are going to be absolutely massive, because as we can see there, you can see how big the fourth quarter and second quarters usually are compared to the first and third quarters. So they're going to have big expectations leading into that. But if they're able to beat that and put up big sales numbers through the fourth quarter of 2020, I think they're going to be just an awesome stock to hold through 2021. Obviously, none of this is recommendations or anything. This is just all me kind of documenting my process and my thoughts for educational and entertainment purposes. Again, just full disclosure, I do own Chegg stocks. I picked mine up at around, I don't know, $65 per share a couple of months ago, as I started to notice that online school, Chegg would be a huge beneficiary of that. And obviously a lot of people have noticed that as well. That's no crazy big brain call by me. But I'm just making this video to say that I wouldn't be too worried about this huge drop. Obviously, when I saw this drop to $80 initially 5 minutes after close, that was a little bit scary, and I wondered, did Chegg have a terrible earnings report or something? But no, they really didn't. I was excited about this company going in, and I'm still excited about them now. Again, they're a company where I'm going to consider picking up more shares and even consider maybe playing some potential options and stuff depending on how the rest of this week plays out. Obviously, if the stock market as a whole is down, which is also not playing in Chegg's favor, that the whole stock market was down like 2% today, and Chegg was able to remain flat. They closed maybe a little bit down. So relatively, it was an overall good day for them, but obviously after hours, they're bleeding a little bit, but it's just very volatile. They're moving a ton right now. After hours obviously has very low volume, and there's just a lot of people still processing even the data and the earnings and everything and the outlook. So there's just a ton of information to go through. So I would not be too worried. I would not be too scared. But, if you've caught a big run-up of Chegg already and you think now's a good time to get out, I don't think that is that terrible of a call either, because, again, we've seen some insane run-ups, and if you've made some money, that is always great to lock in profit and all that. But, again, I'm going to be holding on to my Chegg. I think they are still a very, very strong company going forward. I really like them. I like their business model. I like how they're going to continue to benefit from the coronavirus pandemic, and I really don't see an end to any of this soon. I don't see a reason why Chegg would slow down. So again, just because they're down after hours, they did not have a bad earnings report. Just because they're down after hours does not mean they're going to continue to tank the rest of the week or anything like that. In fact, if the stock market has a good day tomorrow as a whole, I am kind of expecting for Chegg to have a very, very big day tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Again, that is just completely speculation. That is completely my opinion. And anything could happen. It could go down huge more tomorrow. It could continue to tank, but we'll have to see how that goes. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Chegg stock? What are you going to be doing? Are you buying or selling? What other plays are you looking out for this week? Because, again, it's earnings season. It's going to be a really crazy week where we have some massive company earnings still left to play. They're going to just shape out this week so much. Depending on what happens with the big companies reporting earnings, we could see massive run-ups in the economy as a whole in the stock market, or we could see massive, massive downfalls. If some of these companies have bad earnings or bad outlooks or miss expectations, it could be bad for everybody. So again, we'll have to wait and see how all of that goes. But I'd love to hear what plays you guys are thinking about, or just your thoughts and opinions in general. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.